Hello, today we are going to talk about how to have two installations of kdesrc-build on the same machine simultaneously but in different directories. So we might have an installation of kdesrc-build for KD Framework 6 and Qt6 in, for instance, ~kd6, and for KD Frameworks 5 and Qt5 in the directory ~kd5. So let's see this thing in action. Let's open a terminal and let me, on my machine, these directories are named differently. So on my machine, ~kd5 is actually ~kd, and ~kd6 is actually ~kd. Okay, does not really matter. The message is the same. Okay, so I'm in the directory where I have this thing kf6-qt6. Let's see what's in here. So there's a symlink from kdesrc-build to the real Perl file, and a symlink from kdesrc-run to the real Perl file, and a kdesrc-build rc configuration file, since I'm going to always start kdesrc-build and kdesrc-run using these symlinks, and always just /. That means that the current directory, so path will drive pwprint working directory, will always say ~kd. So when kdesrc-build starts, it looks in the current directory in pwd for a kdesrc-build rc file. It will find it and it will use this file, not another one. And to make things extra separate between the two installations of kdesrc-build, I have no files, no file in ~kd in ~config/kdesrc-build rc. So there's no such thing as ~config/kdesrc-build rc on my machine. Okay. So let's actually start kdesrc-build. I always start it as /kdesrc-build in order to make sure that I'm in the correct directory and the correct kdesrc-build rc file will be picked up. And since this is a Qt6 kf6 installation, I'm limited to the KD Git repositories that have already split between master being Qt6 kf6 and there's a separate branch for the kf5-qt5. Okay, so in KD invent there are two groups which did this split. One group is this one, which is invent.kd.org/plasma, and the other group is frameworks. These things. Okay. So I might build, I don't know, let's say Plasma desktop. So notice how it says branch master, branch master, branch master for the KD frameworks. So this installation of kdesrc-build knows how to use the correct branch. So this is basically master everywhere for the two GitLab directories or groups that did this change, which is invent.kd.org/plasma and invent.kd.org/frameworks, but also for the other KD Git repositories. But the other KD Git repositories will not be able to build correctly for now using Qt6 kf6 because the split between these two branches. Okay, so in the kdesrc-build -build installation of type kf6-qt6. I have run kdesrc-build plasma desktop. It has finished building everything. 88 kd git repositories. Plasma desktop was built successfully, and all of the branches for each. So this is a kd git repository. This is another kd git repository. For each of these, kdesrc-build has in fact chosen the branch that's named master. Okay. So frameworks master branch means kf6-qt6, and from kd plasma, system settings, plasma desktop, power devil, etc. Where is power devil? System settings. So system settings is part of invent.kd.org/plasma, and the master branch means kf6-qt6. It has built correctly. Now let's switch to the other installation. For that, I'm going to use a different tab in my terminal, which is console, Ctrl-Shift-T. So that's how it says. It says usage. Use different terminal windows. Different console tabs for kf6-qt6 and kf5-qt5. So I did this part. Let's actually show that system settings loads or even do what it says in here. So build plasma system monitor. Okay, while this thing is building, in another console tab, we're going to use the other installation of kdesrc-build-rc, the one for kf5-qt5. So in my case, this is named tilde/kd.5, and I should build kcalc and run it. So it says extra CMake modules, not master branch, but kf5 branch. Kcorridors from KD Frameworks 5, kf5 branch. So all the KD Frameworks 5 are built using the Git branch kf5. It's nice that the name of the branch is kf5 for all of the modules in KD invent frameworks. Okay, so even the 24th KD Git repository that was built out of 25 was from KD Frameworks, KXML GUI, still the branch kf5. But then, since kcalc is not from KD Frameworks, not from KD Plasma, there's just one branch, then just one long-lived branch inside of the Git repository of kcalc, which is called master, which is still for the kf5-qt5 use case. Let's actually run it and see that it works. Okay. Let's really prove that it works, Ctrl-Shift-T, ls off, grep kcalc. Let's maximize the window. Okay, so in my kdesrc-build installation of type kf5-qt5, I'm using Qt from my Linux distribution, which is Ubuntu 22.10. The libraries that are below Qt are again from my Linux distribution, so both Qt and libraries below Qt, I take them from /usr/lib, which you can see in here, for libqt5xml, for libcanberra, for the X libraries, whereas the KDE libraries and applications, I take them from ~kd.5/usr. So this is a KDE Frameworks version 5 library. This is another one. This is kcore add-ons, ~kd.5/usr. Windows System, kuth, codecs icon themes. So it took the .so files for KDE Frameworks version 5 from ~kd.5/usr. The rest of the .so files, so libraries that sit below KDE Frameworks and Qt from /usr/lib, and also Qt from /usr/lib. Okay, we can close this thing. And let's look at the help. So it goes help about kcalc components, says Qt 5.15.6 and KDE Frameworks version 5.104.0. Okay, let's see if Plasma System Monitor has finished building. Yes, it did. Let's run it. Okay, let's look at the two applications side by side. So this is so on the left hand side we have Qt6 kf6, says libraries in use Qt 6.4.3. Whereas on the right hand side there's the kf5-qt5, which says Qt version 5.15.6. And also the KDE Frameworks version is different. So for the kf5-qt5 use case, it says KDE Frameworks version 5.104.0. And for the Qt6 kf6 case, it says KDE Frameworks 5.240.0. So why 240? Because the maximum number for the second part of the version, so for the things that's between the two dots, is 255, which is 1 byte. Do I know what I'm talking about? Okay, so these are basically the last possible versions of KDE Frameworks 5. So this is basically saying KDE Frameworks 6, but before version 6.0.0 with 15 versions. So sort of like 6.-15.0. the version of the KDE frameworks. Okay, so I have proved that on my computer there are two different installations of kdesrc-build, both functional. They have built wildly different things using different KDE Git repository branches from different module sets, using different versions of Qt, different versions of KDE frameworks. Okay. Then at the chapter KDE Git branches explained, so let's see one KDE Git repository that doesn't have the two long-lived branches, so it only has masters, in our case kcalc. So let's go there. So kd.5 src kcalc. So these are branches for releases and one long-lived branch, which is master. This is for a work in progress. Other branches for releases. Okay, so there's just one long-lived branch that will outlive any other branch, and that's master, and that's the only place where you have almost daily progress. Whereas these are for tags and for past releases. Okay, and this branch, so kcalc, can only build using the default settings in kdesrc-build. So when you set up kdesrc-build, it will automatically default to kf5-qt5, because that's the only branch set that can build all of the KDE Git repositories right now, such as kcalc. Okay, let's look at some other KDE Git repository that actually has two long-lived branches, such as this one, kxml-GUI from frameworks. So kxml-GUI. You can see the two long-lived branches here. So there's master and kf5. Okay, so you can see that they both receive fixes, but the bulk of Git commits is on the master branch. So master branch is ahead of the kf5 branch by a lot, and you cannot fast forward from one branch to the other. You actually need to pick a line that you have changed in one of your merge requests, in one of your Git commits, and create a totally separate Git commit if you want to also port that fix to the kf5 branch. Okay, so that's the way the master branch works in the invent.kd.org group Plasma and frameworks, is that all of the KDE Git commits and merge requests should land into the branch master. Branch master should build correctly using kdesrc-build f60c26 kf6. And then if you have an important fix that you also want to land to the kf5 branch, then you should do that in a new and next step. Okay, so let's make a semi-matrix. So we have kcalc, which only has one branch, which is called master, and this only works for kf5-qt5 and for kf5-qt6. And then there's kxml GUI, which is a KDE framework. And it has two branches. One is called master, and this one is for kf6-qt6. And then there's a second branch which is called kf5, which is similar to this. Okay, so what's this strange concoction KDE Frameworks 5 but Qt6? Well, it's when you configure kdesrc-build from scratch using the defaults, and then let me show you. You edit the kdesrc-build rc configuration file. You keep the same branch group kf5-qt5, keep all of the directory settings, everything, and the only thing that you change is that you in here you replace all of the 5s with 6s. So you go kf6 common build include, kf6-qt6 build include. So what this actually does is it will git clone KDE Git repositories in a state where each and every KDE Git repository can build correctly either using Qt5 or using Qt6, because the KDE Git repositories have been upgraded in such a way that they have few warnings. There are few warnings of type deprecation, but we still have in KDE frameworks all of the ABI classes, symbols, functions that are needed for KDE5 and symbols that are needed for KDE6. Whereas in the master branch of the KDE frameworks, the symbols which were deprecated and should not exist in KDE6 have been deleted. So when you delete all of the deprecated symbols, you break the ABI, application binary interface, you break the API, application programming interface. And then since KDE has more than 600 KDE Git repositories for applications and libraries, many of these will not be able to build, to compile, because a KDE Git repository such as, I don't know, kcalc will try to use a function in a KDE framework that's marked deprecated, and does not exist anymore, was removed from the master branch of that KDE framework. So that's the big difference between the two branches, where a KDE Git repository has two long-lived branches, one for master, which is Qt6 kf6 only, and the other branch which works for both scenarios, both meaning kf5-qt5 and kf5-qt6. The difference between these two branches is that these started identical, these two branches, but then in the master branch all of the deprecated symbols have been deleted. So if there's a function that has been deprecated, should not exist in KDE 6, it has been deleted. Okay, so this is with the branches. I showed that I have two installations, how they work, and the fact that they work. And now the last thing that I want to show today is how I actually installed kdesrc-build twice on the same machine. So for that, I'm using this wiki page. So that's kd.org, hamburger menu, get involved, development. So this is the default way to set up kdesrc-build. This will set up kdesrc-build for kf5-qt5. And when I have two different installations of kdesrc-build and I do not have a file ~config/kdesrc-build, that's an advanced topic. So for the advanced topics, we go to the more chapter. This page continues more advanced topics. Okay, so the page is community.kd.org/get-involved/development/more. And there's chapter 9, two independent kdesrc-build installations on the same machine, kf5-qt5 and kf6-qt6. And it says that I should make a backup of my existing kdesrc-build setup. In case something goes wrong, we can always revert to that. So we make a backup by backing up ~config kdesrc-build-rc and ~/kd. Then in that moment we will have 0 kdesrc-build installs. The only place where there's a bit of kdesrc-build-rc is in the ~/.bashrc file. Okay, so it says set up a portable kdesrc-build installation from scratch in the directory ~/kd using the chapter portable installation of kdesrc-build, which is the chapter just above. So portable installation of kdesrc-build, let's see how it does that. So it says that the current directory is important when running kdesrc-build. We will always run kdesrc-build using ./kdesrc-build, so we always run it from the same directory. The configuration file will always be in the same directory. So that will be preferred over the ~/.config/kdesrc-build-rc. And I don't really have this file. It would be preferred, but I still do not have this file, so there's nothing to prefer it to. Okay. So again, make sure you have a backup. And then we edit the bashrc file to remove the kdesrc-build block. So that's Ctrl+Shift+T. Kate ~/bashrc. at the very end, there might be a block where it says kdesrc-build. So you search for kdesrc. There's no such thing. I have already deleted the block for kdesrc-build settings. If there's something there, delete it. So it starts with a important comment, and then it ends with another comment, so you know exactly what to select and then delete from this file. Okay, then it says setup kdesrc-build by following just the chapter setup kdesrc-build, and make sure that we do not edit bashrc again. We tell kdesrc-build initial setup not to write anything to the file ~/.bashrc, and it's really important that we do not run kdesrc-build because we do not want to build anything using kdesrc-build until we make the installation portable. So first we make the installation portable, then we actually run for the first time the executable kdesrc-build. Okay, so let's look at this chapter and see what it does. Okay, so I'm on a Linux distribution where I have already installed kdesrc-build numerous times. So many of the binary packages from my Linux distribution that are actually needed by KD Git repositories in order to build correctly using kdesrc-build have already been installed, which is a big advantage. Okay, so then you go make dir -p ~kd/src. Then you go cd, then you go git clone kdesrc-build, so the source code of the git repository kdesrc-build, and then you're going to not run anything. So this do not run it. Nothing to do for zsh, nothing to do for bashrc. Don't look at the path. So the final step is this one. Okay, so you run kdesrc-build. This will try to install many packages from your Linux distribution. Allow it to do that. Then it will set up everything inside of ~/kd, which is good. It will create a ~.config/kdesrc-build-rc file, which is okay. And then if it asks, do you want to edit ~.bashrc, the default is no, so you can press enter or select no. Okay. So now we have an installation of kdesrc-build inside ~/kd, and this installation is for Qt5 kf5. Okay, again, make sure you don't have anything in ~/.bashrc. After that, I reboot my computer in order to make sure that the path environment variable doesn't say anything about KD. So let's check that. So there's no KD in here, no kdesrc in here. Okay, so it says whatever is contained inside the .path environment variable should not contain the string ~/kd or home/username/kd or any subdirectories from there. Okay. You should not have built anything using kdesrc-build yet. No, we didn't build anything. And then comes the important move, which is to move the configuration file to the directory ~/kd. Okay, so we move ~/.config/kdesrc-build-rc to ~/kd, and now there will be no more ~/.config/kdesrc-build-rc file. Okay. Inside of ~/kd we still do not have a portable installation, so let's make that. So we change there. We create two symlinks. One for kdesrc-build, one for kdesrc-run. And then we need to edit paths inside the new configuration file. So let's see how I did it for a KD Frameworks version 5. So in my case, this file is actually named with a .5. Okay, so this is a default created by kdesrc-build initial setup. Default. I changed this from rel with debugging for to debug because I'm actually using a debugger. I'm using Qt Creator, which is an integrated development environment, and I use that debugger to navigate source code and to learn the source code. Then I changed the number of CPUs to what I have on this machine. I want the maximum speed possible because I have enough RAM. I have 32 gigabytes of RAM and 16 CPU threads. These are defaults. This should be stop on failure true. I sometimes change it back to false, and so the default is true. Directory layout flat, and these two are also defaults. And then these two lines are defaults, but I need to now edit the file paths. So for that, ~/kd has become ~/kd/.5. So I did a replacement like this. And I pressed the button replace all. This is for relative paths, relative to tilde. And then I also have absolute paths. So in absolute paths, I went like this, Ctrl R to show the replace bar. And I replaced from /home/username/kd/ to /home/user/ wherever I put my Qt5 kf5 kdesrc-build installation, and then replace all. Okay, so congratulations, now we have a portable kdesrc-build installation, which in my case lives in ~/kd.5. This example says copy ~/kd to ~/kd5. Okay. Edit the file paths in the file to point to tilde/kd5 instead of tilde/kd. It says see the chapter portable installation of kdesrc-build, but do not run kdesrc-build to build anything. And anyhow, after we finished configuring the portable installation and actually starting the first time kdesrc-build, I do build all of the KD frameworks, but I always do it with --refresh build. In case I accidentally have run kdesrc-build, then the files, the binary files, so the .so files and the executables, the ELF files, will have inside of them full paths that point to the wrong directory, for instance to tilde/kd instead of tilde/kd5. So that's I go --refresh build. Okay. If you want to be even more drastic than that, if you did not build Qt using kdesrc-build, which is the case for my KD installation for Qt5 kf5, you could also rmrf the build directory. So tilde/kd.5 build, and then I'm going to go and call this thing. Okay, so kdesrc-build, frameworks, and then --refresh build. This will create the tilde/whatever your directory is /build. Directory will create it from scratch. We'll run cmake configure for all of the KD Git repositories that are needed in order to build all of the KD frameworks. It will run a full build, not a full rebuild of all of those KD Git repositories. So similar to making a make clean and then make, and then it will do a complete make install. So all of the files will be written into tilde/kd5/usr, not just the updated files. Okay. So now kdesrc-build works correctly in tilde/kd5. What about the kf6-qt6 kdesrc-build installation? The most important part is this one. So we have never run kdesrc-build again before, so we didn't run kdesrc-build before, and then at this step we make a copy of tilde/kd to tilde/kd5. We didn't move the directory, we copied the directory. So this means we still have a fresh from scratch installation of kdesrc-build of type kf5-qt5 inside of tilde/kd. So we move that directory to some other place, such as tilde/kd6. And now we need to change the type of installation from Qt5 kf5 to kf6-qt6. And the way I do it is as shown in this chapter, where I build Qt6 using kdesrc-build. I have enough CPU, enough RAM, enough storage, enough everything. And Kubuntu 22.10 does not have enough Qt6 packages, binary packages. And Qt6 can be built really correctly and cleanly, and is a very good citizen of CMake and kdesrc-build. which was not the case with Qt5. So Qt5 still used qmake, and its integration with kdesrc-build was not that great. But now, since Qt6 is cmake, uses cmake as the build framework, it integrates inside of kdesrc-build perfectly, and I just prefer to build Qt6 using kdesrc-build. This way I have, when I run, for instance, an application such as System Monitor in the ID Qt Creator inside of the debugger, I can step into including the CPP files from the Qt6 framework, so I can see whatever Q vector really does, or whatever Q string really does. So I'm forced to build Qt6 using kdesrc-build because I do not have enough packages. Kubuntu 22.10 does not have enough for me to build all of the KDE Git repositories using Qt6. And I also like to do that because there's advantages to me building Qt6 using kdesrc-build. And the way I do it is, so we have a clean from scratch installation of kdesrc-build inside ~/kd6, but it's still of type kf5-qt frameworks 5. So I added the configuration file kdesrc-build. I make it look like this. So I changed the branch group from kf5-qt5 to kf6-qt6. I changed these directories. I put kdesrc to be the same directory where I make install the rest of the KDE software. Then cmake options was just the cmake build type debug. Now I also need to add this parameter dbuild with Qt6 on. I keep these settings, and a new line that I need to add is this one: git -repository -base qt6 -copy https invent kde.org/qt/qt. And then I replace 5 with 6 outside of the global block inside of the configuration file. So this was kf5 common options build include, now it's kf6 common options build include. This was qt5 build include, now it's qt6 build include, custom qt6 libs include, etc. Okay, I comment out these two files which allow me to build Qt6 from source, but I comment out the line that allows me to build KDE Git repositories. So I only build Qt6 and no KDE Git repositories, and then I stop building Qt6 and I can only build KDE Git repositories by commenting out this line and decommenting out this line. So I never have these two lines commented out at the same time. I must decide. I either build Qt6, or I build KDE Git repositories. Okay. And then, since that will give an error, I also need to edit the file inside of src kdesrc-build qt6 build include, and I need to change this thing. So prefix should be $, curly brackets, qtdir, close curly bracket. And then I also always build Qt Web Engine, so I need to put Qt Web Engine at use modules, not at ignore modules. Basically, you just take this content of the file and stick it inside of this file. And you might also do the same thing. So stick this content inside of this file. And then you build, you will build all of the Qt6 modules. So that's done using /kdesrc-build space this module set, which is called Qt6-set. It will take a while, but after it finishes building correctly, then I comment out, as I said, this line, such that kdesrc-build stops being able to build Qt, and I make kdesrc-build able to build KD Git repositories by uncommenting out this line. Okay. So we converted the installation inside of /kd6 from kf5-qt5 to kf6-qt6. I need to edit the file paths in the kdesrc-build-rc file to point to /kd6, not to /kd. And then that's it. Change to /kd6, /kdesrc-build the module set for Qt, then comment out that line, and then /kdesrc-build frameworks refresh build to build all of the KD frameworks 80 Git repositories from scratch. From this moment on, you will not be able to mess up your Qt6 installation. So you should not delete the /kd6/usr directory, because that's where we installed using kdesrc-build Qt6. So do not delete that directory again. You should also be careful when you delete parts of the directory /kd6/build to not also delete the Qt6 directories. Okay, so now you have two installations, one in /kd6 for kf6-qt6 and one in /kd5 for Qt5-qt5. So this is it. Thank you.